And he does it. Barry Jones joins us now, David Haye, Tony Bellew. Let's react to it. Anthony Joshua, I'm going to start with you, Barry. You were there watching it ringside. Anthony Joshua, methodically, I thought, beat Helenius up and then got the stoppage. Have I seen that right?
I think so. I still, we have to say this, that I still think there's still an issue, confidence issue with Anthony. I think the jab was good, so he's boxing well. But we're looking at Anthony Joshua now with the view of boxing Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, Alexander Usyk again possibly. All these fights, we're talking about those. And he's still not punching through the target. He tried it a few times, wasn't comfortable with the jab, so he was throwing the right hand from too far out a little bit. But then when Helenius got tired, as we see, he committed to the jab, he doubled it up, threw the right hand, and the job was done. And we see it here now, again, because he's not punching through, he's not stepping in with the left hand, the right hand's always falling a little bit short. So he's trying to walk Helenius down, but he's got to take that step with that front foot.
Derek James was telling him in the corner to commit and to actually step in with the feet. But that was the only thing that he wasn't doing. The punches were good, and the way he was timing, it was very good. I liked his head movements at times, even though he got caught with too many jabs tonight. But ultimately, Derek James was asking him to step inside with the feet, then let the right hand go, because he said to Derek James in the corner, I'm finding the jab easily, but I'm struggling with the right hand, and that's down to the feet.
He didn't have much bounce today in his feet. He seemed quite flat-footed today. I like to see that bounce.
Why was he flat-footed?
I don't know. Maybe he was trying to conserve his energy. Maybe he knew as the rounds would go on, as Helenius was a late replacement, he wouldn't have 12 rounds in the tank. So he was just running the clock out, knowing every round that went past would increase his chances of a knockout.
I think he just wanted to have a look.
But I would say something though, the fact that he did step in with a double jab to finish it and the right hand punched right through the target, that confidence that he needed, that he's been clearly lacking since Ruiz won, I would say, might be back now, because because you have to, you believe what people are telling you, and everyone knows what he has to do. He knows what he has to do, and he hasn't been able to do it. But now he's done it. Once you do it, you believe it, and I think now we might hopefully see a more confident Anthony Joshua.
Is that why? Sorry, cut across you there, Tom. Is that why he got out of the ring after and almost a celebration of I can do it, almost
emotion,
celebrating to himself?
Just emotion.
Yeah.
It's been a while since he's knocked somebody out like that.
We haven't seen it for ages.
5 years. 5 years it's been.
Yeah, and it's only the second person to ever do that to Robert Helenius.
But also now you watch that fight and say, and they can pick out, see where you weren't committing, you weren't committing, you let him off the hook by taking too many steps back, but when you did believe in yourself, you got the result you needed.
The feet are the key to everything. As fighters, we just know that once the feet are in range, that can happen every single time. Believe you me, against Deontay Wilder, if he lands that right, Wilder's going out too. But make no mistake, there's another side to that coin. If Wilder will engage a lot quicker than Anthony Joshua will, because Wilder has no filter. Wilder will just let go. He is what it says. He is wild.
He doesn't wait for you to run out of steam. He'll go for you in the first round.
Exactly.
That's why I wanted to see AJ come out in the first round, because it's going to be a gunfight straight away. If he wants to stand up and box with Wilder like he did tonight, it won't work.
No. I was going to say that, Barry. As much as we are celebrating Anthony Joshua's win there, and it is a good win, right? A knockout victory is a good knockout victory. Do we need to kind of temper that and say it was against a guy that took the fight on 5 days' notice?
It's a redevelopment of Anthony Joshua. We're still there, I feel. So I think he boxed well, but we're looking at him with the view of boxing those bigger fights. And I think letting the guy off the hook, when he was walking him down and taking too many steps back, if he takes one step back and moves around the target, he can go again. He can go again from a safe place. I think that's what he needs to realise, that retreating too far, put you in a safe place, but you can't attack. You could take one step back and go to the left or the right. You're in a safe place and you can still fire back with more intent.
Everyone keeps saying this redevelopment and new start. It's not a new start. He's just adding.
No, mentally.
Mentally, you're right. He's adding, but there's definitely been a subtraction as well, hasn't there? Over the last couple of years. There has to be adding,
and the subtraction comes when you realise I'm vulnerable too. So when me and David were talking before, when he's 10-0 and he's fighting anyone, or just after he beats Dillian White, I'm not going to lie, he probably knocks Robert Helenius out in a round. Anthony Joshua that was 10-0, maybe 12, 13-0. But what happens is you evolve as a fighter. You learn from your mistakes. You learn from your upsets, your errors, your catastrophic errors. And it's not that you redefined or you become better. You just become more aware. You become more aware, listen, I'm human and I can be hurt. That makes you a better fighter.
I would say it hasn't made him a better fighter though, Tony.
It's made him more aware.
It's made him more aware. I understand that, but it's made him more cautious, and that's taken away his magic.
But that's done the same to Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis gets knocked out of Oliver McCall, and then he all of a sudden look at, if you remember the late great Emmanuel Stewart slapping him on the chest against Mike Tyson, imploring him and begging him to go on and get the knockout when Tyson's absolutely finished. Every fighter comes across a point in his career where he goes, you lose by stoppage. I've lost by stoppage. I know it's like, David, when you go back in the ring for the first time, and it can still haunt you for a while. And he's at that stage where he's thinking, am I still the same? It's going to take some knockout victories like this.
Okay, then, Tone, to answer that then, if there wasn't the carrot being dangled, Deontay Wilder in January, if that wasn't there, would you want AJ to have one more?
I just want to see him fight as regular as possible.
You'd want one more.
I'd like to see him fight someone of the caliber of Robert Helenius.
Again,
go out there and treat him like it's Wilder, because you can't stand off Wilder jabbing, keeping your hands real close up, just jabbing. He'll just drill right down the middle of it. Just go straight.
Do that in 3 rounds.
That doesn't work against Wilder.
Yes,
doesn't work against Wilder.
Agit Caballel, maybe?
No, too negative. We'll run. We'll be petrified.
Ultimately, what I'm trying to say, look, that was fantastic, right? It was good.
The guy who gave Fury the
I don't want to see. I'm a bit cautious to see that against Wilder next.
Would that performance have beaten Usyk?
No.
So what we're talking about, he has to improve.
But it's a different style altogether. No, and no one's beaten Usyk.
No, I'm not saying that, but that doesn't beat Usyk, Wilder, or Fury. They're the ones above him right now, and you have to say that. So. We're talking about he's at that level. That's what we're saying.
Does that beat Joyce or Zhang?
Yes.
That does?
I think see, Anthony Joshua can box.
Yeah.
He can box well. He showed against Franklin. He can outbox people. But to be the best that he can be, what we think he can be, he needs to be more assertive. He needs to do what he did to finish the fight. As
in the first round.
The early rounds.
Same way Lennox Lewis took out Andrew Galotta.
Yes.
Big, dangerous, scary guy. Had 2 massive fights with Riddick Bowe. Real hard night. He goes out there, hits him and puts it on him in the corner and drills him in 1 round.
That's before he'd been done himself. And that's where you go. You've got to... It's when you're getting done yourself and you get hit, that's where you find out your vulnerabilities and how, susceptible you are to damages.